The second trimester started off dramatically. We have to go to the emergency room. It was too close where it was risky, where it could possibly come out. Left kidney with a placenta.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 9 Boulevard. My name is Cohen Williams. I'm not here alone. I'm here with the mother of my child, the beautiful, the stunning superstar, glow brighter than a star, Mbalimbamba.
Hi guys. Oh, I like that one. That was a good intro. So what are we doing today, Pops?
We're back with second trimester of this pregnancy experience.
And has it been
quite the experience. If you guys watched our previous video, which was the first trimester recap, you'll know that we went through what we went through.
Mm-hmm. And if you haven't, go watch it and then come back again.
First and foremost,
come back.
Why would you watch second but not watch first?
Go watch the first and then come back here and then you'll finish the story.
It's sequential.
There's an order to things. Order. Okay.
All right. Watch them in order. Otherwise, you'll be confused. You'll be like, what are you talking about?
What is this thing that you're saying?
Because this is a continuation of that story.
Yes.
All right.
So the second trimester started off dramatically, very dramatically. I think it was the day of like the first day of second trimester, I think. If not like a day after.
Yeah.
I started having cramps in the areas where the baby's supposed to be, and I freaked out. We were like packing up the house a little bit, and I wasn't doing that much drama. I was actually like trying to make a bed for the cats to sleep on, and I wasn't picking up anything. I wasn't doing too much, but I started having cramps, and then decided to go take a shower because I was like, maybe I just need to relax my muscles a little bit, and that didn't help. I started to feel worse. So the time was about 11 at night.
Yeah, it was quite late.
It was quite late at night, and I was like, bro, I am not okay. I don't feel okay. We have to go to the emergency room. So first, it's finding an emergency room because, like, if you watch the first video, you notice that doctors are very hard to find, and these are things that you don't really think about unless you need to think about it. So now it's finding an emergency room. Found an emergency room. We get there. If you guys have ever been to an emergency room, you know that the first thing that you do when you get there is that they have to kind of like assess you. And I was being assessed by this guy, this nurse. They chased Cohen out of the room, which is another problem that I have with the whole healthcare system when it comes to how they take care of like women who are pregnant and their partners. I don't like the fact that it's always a thing of, no, it's just you alone. Most of the time, they kind of separate you from your partner. They want you to handle things by yourself, and I'd never like that. But anyway, I just figured it's an emergency room. Leah wants to come and sit on my shoulder. I figured it's an emergency room. Let's just respect their rules. It's fine.
Quite a daunting place, by the way.
Very daunting.
A lot of sad people in
very
the waiting
sad.
room.
And you understand because like,
a lot of
it's the worst day of a lot of people's
people coming
lives.
in panicking, people on wheelchairs passing out. There's a lot of trauma that happened all of a sudden because like 1 second we were in our house chilling, you know?
Yeah.
And then the next second we surrounded by just trauma and pain and fear and despair.
And worried. And so this guy, the nurse, I'm going to stop saying this guy because I feel like that's disrespectful, but he really made me mad. So it's just one of those things, but I'm going to try my best to be respectful. The nurse pulls me into the checking room, and instead of like just asking the questions that he's just supposed to ask to just check my blood pressure and all of those kind of stuff, he starts asking me about things that are unnecessary, like who my doctor is. And I understand why he needs to ask that, but when I'm telling him that I don't have a doctor anymore, I'm still going to go see my midwife. We hadn't met up with the midwife yet. So he's like, oh, you know, if there's a problem, we're not going to be able to help you. And I'm like, this is not the time to be telling me these things. Just let me know if my baby's okay, and then we'll move on. And he's like, no, I'm just trying to. And I'm like, I understand, Papa. Can we please move this process along? But he was honestly like working on my last nerve, and I'm already like quite on edge. I am in like extreme pain. Like I couldn't explain those cramps because it's not even like I was having period cramps. It was something very different. So then,
and it was still like a very early time in the pregnancy, so we did have that fear that something could be wrong.
Yeah.
That's why even like I didn't fight you about it. I said, do you want to go?
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's go.
It was very weird. Okay, we waited a bit long. We waited for quite a while. I think we waited for like 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours, which is again okay because I know there's a lot of people going through things.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to keep calm, praying a lot. I prayed, like, I'll pray. I was just like, Lord God, please, I let everything be okay. I didn't tell anybody. We didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It was just me and Cohen because we didn't want to worry anyone until we knew what was happening. So eventually we get into like the nurse's room. Now, I was one of the fortunate ladies, and I do understand this is very like a lucky thing. Not every girl gets to experience it. Leah, you're choking me. But I could feel the flutters very early in my pregnancy. So we get into the room and we sit down, and I'm still like in pain. But now that we're chilling for a little bit, I think maybe because I'm now more relaxed because I know that the doctor's about to come in, I felt a flutter, and I was like, "Oh, I think I'm feeling something." But again, it was so early in the pregnancy that the flutters really just felt like little like I couldn't say, it was like it was like
little fairies.
Little fairies in your stomach. It wasn't really like, full on like kick or something. So I still didn't know if it was gas, to be honest with you. So I thought, okay, you know what, let's just finish this process and see what's going on. We get in, and again they keep going out. I hated it so much. I really hated it. Like, I honestly feel like we need to fix that. Because now, again, this is a very scary moment. If something is wrong, he's not in the room with me. They have to go and find him and go and call him in and be like, hey, can you just come and calm this woman down, or whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so luckily that didn't happen. They do the checks. I hate the checks. It's okay. And then afterwards, they check cervix. Cervix is intact. And then they did the scan. Now, every time we've ever done a scan before, this kid moves a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah. To the point where even the person who's doing the scan is like, you have such an active baby. And we're like, yeah. Very active baby. To me, it felt like forever. But it was probably like the first 5 seconds of the scan. The child didn't move at all. Like, it's just a still baby. And I cannot explain to you how... because I'm so used to seeing like movement, I freaked out.
You froze.
I froze. I was like, like literally, I think the baby felt my panic, and then it was like, oh wait, I'm here, and like started moving, because it was like a solid. I was probably not like 5 seconds, like maybe 10 seconds or something like that. But to me, it felt like very long, because I was like waiting for even just like a little flutter, because always Bean is fluttering. Bean is always doing a thing. And it was just like still. And I was like, that's not okay. That's not normal. And then literally like when I took like the exhale, then he was like, oh, okay. I'm moving now. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks for that. I appreciate you letting me know. We checked the heartbeat, and then the doctor looks at the nurse and goes, nurse, what gender do you think this baby is? Yeah. Again, Cohen is not in the room, so I'm like, please, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Just let's leave it as it is. It's fine.
Do what you were here to do.
Do what you're here to do.
Extra.
But I saw, kinda. But I wasn't like sure, because, you never know. So I saw it and I was like, that looks like it could be. But I was like, you know what? Let me not even. And I told Cohen, I'm like, this is what I think I saw, but let's not get our hopes up because we don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Cocoa Bean was fine. Still don't know to this day what caused the cramps. Don't know what the cramps were about. I got home, did the hot water bottle thing, took the Panado. I was also not like taking Panados and stuff because as a chronic person, I have a lot of like medicine in my system. Yeah. So I was trying to like wean it out, especially during first trimester and second trimester. So I didn't even take the Panado at all. And then I took a Panado. We only got home at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it was late.
It was like late.
Around 2 a.m. I think.
Yeah, and we still hadn't eaten at all. It was messy. It was actually such a messy night.
But we were happy.
Yeah, we were so happy.
Because we got to see baby.
Yeah, and we knew that baby was okay.
Yeah.
Everything was good.
So it was like a relief when we got back.
That was so stressful. So it is currently 12 minutes past 1. And this video is actually for Bean. Bean, you scared the bejeebus out of your mama today. Daddy, I know you scared him too, but he's gonna try and act cool.
Sup, nigga?
You were trying to be calm. Cohen tried
That's
to
what
pretend.
I do. What do you mean pretend?
Look, if anybody else from the outside would look at him, they would be like, oh, he's so calm, he can handle this. But because I know him, I'm like, he's just doing it for me. And I appreciate it.
Listen, my faith is just so strong. Like, I knew the baby was okay. I knew the baby was fine. It was just a thing of, okay, we have to find out to ease your stress and your anxiety and to make you feel relaxed again because you were panicking a lot.
I was sick.
Which was going to be the problem
Yeah.
rather than what we thought was the problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm almost just gonna be pillar of strengthening, you know.
Pillar of strengthening.
I'm just gonna be pillar of strengthening.
I'll give you the props.
And making you feel secure and making you feel okay.
Yeah.
And praying.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really needed you that day. You really helped me through it.
I wasn't thinking anything.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I don't want to think anything. I don't want to go there at all. So I wasn't thinking anything. I was just actively speaking life into the baby's life, speaking life, speaking positivity, saying everything is fine, everything's gonna be good, and I believe it, and I believed it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was right.
He was right. Whatever. Anyway, so and I actually really appreciate because like you're already saying he doesn't want to go there. I don't want to go there either. But because of my anxiety, like the thought clicks in my head, and then like I don't know if you remember, we'd be sitting there and I'll be fine, I'll be okay, and then it will like hit me and then I start crying because it's like the thought just like popped into my head. I'm like, oh no,
don't let the devil in, baby.
He tries me.
The devil will come to kill, steal, and destroy. He'll plant a seed of doubt in your heart.
That's why I
do
need
not grow
you.
that seed.
That's why I
baby.
need you, because you always like pull me back. You really do, and I don't think you know how much I appreciate that of you. Like you really, you'd say, okay, dude, I know that you're freaking out right now, but like, come back. You know,
breathe. Everything is gonna be okay.
I need to breathe now. Then, a few weeks later,
what happened?
We met our midwife.
Do you want to talk about our birthing plan?
Yeah, we can talk about our birthing plan. The plan is, and listen, everybody has said this, even the midwife said this. You have a plan. God laughs at your plan, and the baby's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I have my own plan, you know? So I'm not expecting it to go this way. I am really not. I am okay with anything as long as the baby comes out and the baby is healthy and everything is good, because like that's all that's important. Like that, all that matters. But my hope is natural, fully natural. As in fully natural. As in no epidural. You know, just me, God, my partner.
The way it was intended to be.
The way it was intended to be.
I
don't know.
And in order to achieve that, we had to go the midwife route.
Yes.
Because our first appointment was with a doctor in a hospital, a gynecologist who was going to do it in a hospital. And my baby here is not really much a fan of hospitals and nurses and just like that whole...
I mean, I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing in life.
For structure.
It's great, but like I've been traumatized by, again, as a chronic person who's spent a lot of time in the hospitals, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. So,
Yeah, so we were looking for a more like natural setting. Homey setting. Almost like a home birth, but like in a facility where if something does go wrong, there are medical people there to handle everything quickly.
Yes.
So yeah, we chose a midwife.
And I love her.
Yeah.
She's really awesome. So the first time we meet her, she spoke. She's why I love her. I love her because she feels like my auntie. Like okay, if anyone knows my aunt in the world, my aunt can talk.
Yeah.
My aunt can talk your ear off, and I really feel like our midwife is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like she literally wants to sit you down and tell you about experiences and ask you questions and all that kind of stuff. So it really felt like homey. And and I don't know if you agree, from the gynecologist, where it was very like clinical, we're in, we're out.
Also like, exactly, because he's busy.
Very busy.
And he's got patients to see. Yeah. And you are in, he examines you, finishes you, you're out, you're gone, goodbye. You know, there's no relationship building, there's no nothing. You're just like, okay, you're going to be fine. And that felt a bit cold.
Very
for
cold.
Us, you know, because we're like, okay, like we are in your hands. Our baby is in your hands. Yeah, you're like you're
delivering our child.
Who are you type of thing.
Let us know what's going on. Like how you find this like job that you're doing. Like let us know about you.
Yeah.
So we
didn't feel that from the first doctor.
No.
And our midwife is just like our Tani.
She really is our Tani. Like we've been to her a few times now, obviously.
Yeah.
So by now it's like really she tells us about her family. Yeah. She tells us about like people that she's helped give birth to. Like
every single week.
Honestly, like she
sets time for you. Like you sit there for at least 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
You know, like our first appointment.
We sat there
obviously
waiting.
You don't know what's gonna happen. You're coming in here. You're like, okay, what is this situation?
Yeah.
And then you just sit there, and then ladies just blabbing on about life and everything, and then obviously your natural instinct is just now to relax.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, this is. Like, I'm chilling. I'm like, this is a chill vibe.
And I had a lot of like nervous moments because she was asking me questions that I hadn't thought about. And again, because my anxiety, I was like, oh gosh, I haven't thought about this. I haven't thought about that. And I would like be like holding Cohen's hand like really tight. I don't know if you remember. I'd hold his hand like really tightly. And then she'd come up with a story. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm also chilled and I'm relaxed. And now we're back at it again. And like the way she'd ask the questions is like it's almost to get to know you instead of like to fill out paperwork, you know? And that felt really nice
to figure out where you are. It was much more of a motherly experience.
Yes.
So we felt very safe with her.
Yes. So we've decided to go the midwife route. We're going natural as much as we can, and if anything happens that we might not need, like we cannot have a natural birth, that's fine too. Like it's okay. We just want that cleared up, but this is what we would like to happen. You know.
She's also like a very homeopathic person.
Yes.
It's not about we're trying to avoid like medicine and drugs and all of that stuff, and she's for that. Like all the stuff that she's been suggesting to us has been like homeopathic remedies and stuff
breathing,
like that.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Meditate, pray. She's also very Christian, so it's very nice. So she sends me like videos. Oh, and like we're dancing when we're giving birth. Like she sends me videos and cool stuff to just like encourage me through this journey, no matter which way it takes. Like if we have to have a C-section, we know we can do it. You know, as natural as possible without like too much invasiveness from the medical system and all that kind of stuff. So that's great.
Because like how easy and how smoothly the birth goes is all dependent on mother's state of stress at that time, her anxiety at that time. So the calmer she is, the more relaxed she is, the more comfortable she is, the easier the birth is probably going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, give me this hand and just hold it there, baby. Once you hold his hand. Okay, so I think baby's lying like this. So the back is more like this. That is why we have to dig in like that. Okay, but at least we got it. Because this early in the pregnancy, most of the time you won't be able to pick it up with this. That's why I say like with the beater. I'm the only one that does it. Because in non-labor, then we call it an NST, non-stress test, because labor is a stress period. If we're concerned about baby's movements or anything, then we would do an NST, a non-stress test. Whereas in labor, because there is contractions, we just call it a CTG.
We love her. Like,
no, she's been a ball.
If you can, and if it's something that you can do in your life, I would suggest. I mean, you can still have a doctor, like a gynecologist and a midwife. Like, you know, find somebody that makes you feel comfortable about the birth process, because it is quite scary, especially if it's your first time. Like, it's, I would recommend.
It also feels like with this, we are birthing our child.
That is the thing.
She's there to help. So it's not a doctor is delivering your child.
It's not, again, we're going to kick dad out of the room because dad doesn't belong.
And then she's helping us do it, you know, so it's a very involved process for both of us, which is what I wanted personally.
I really wanted that too, because I was like, if Cohen leaves the room, where did he go?
Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is the way to go. I was asking her like, why isn't this the normal standard? Like,
I'm also like
how people
figuring
do
it out, because I don't know. I think a lot of people, firstly, are just, they don't know, and you know, on top of that, like it's so artsy-fartsy kind of concept of thinking. That, we don't really like want a doctor around like that, you know? Because I was literally saying the whole time when we were talking about birth and stuff, I'm like, dude, in the olden days, people used to give birth in fields like that. So that's like, I'm trying my best to tap into that fact that we've been doing this for centuries. Women have been giving birth for centuries, and unless really, really we do need to cut. And again, if we do need, that's fine. But
another thing that hospitals do is they'll promote the C-section. Over natural birth almost every time. Because it's more convenient for them. It's when they want it, so you don't have to wait for anything. They do the operation, they get the operation costs, and then they leave and they're done. You know,
Yeah.
they've done their job, type of thing. So it's much easier for them than to labor with you
Yeah.
for hours and hours.
I give you a bed
Yeah,
for
this guy
hours
wants to
and
go
hours.
home to his family, but he has to wait for you. So they'd rather schedule a C-section. And
Yeah.
okay, just get it done and over with
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But with the midwife, we'll wait. We'll chill.
figure as far as you need to push,
You know?
to breathe and
Yeah.
like we'll push you as far as possible, and you will give birth the way that you can give birth, you know. And she's also very like careful, like the tests and everything.
Yeah, and that was like my biggest thing is just like her success rate. You don't want to just jump into something because okay, you think this is like research. Do your research. That's
Please
very
do your
important.
research. Don't just trust anyone saying,
yeah, like
I can birth your child. No, go and check.
check them out. You know, check their credentials, their licenses. All of that stuff is very important, especially if you're not going the medical hospital standard. This is the hospital route. You know, you gotta figure this stuff out yourself. She's also under medical aid, which is amazing, which is great. The maternity
ward
we're going to.
Yeah, so we're not giving birth at home. We're going to a maternity ward where it's like they give you a room. Basically, it feels like your house. They have.
It's not like the white walls hospital.
Yeah.
You know,
it's cute. It's decorated.
Fluorescent lights.
The bed.
Because that's another thing. Like the lights, bro. That
makes you feel
your
worse.
baby also just comes out into this world
bright.
from a dark place.
We can literally, even if we want to, it's not like candles. You know those light up candles? They're the ones that have a switch. Yeah, you can put those in the room and ask them to switch off the lights.
Yeah.
You know, like you can really create the mood that you want.
Yeah, the perfect environment for this birth. Because like it's such a daunting, what's happening? When they come and there's just fluorescent lights just brightening them.
And people, and they're being grabbed by all directions.
Exactly.
And it's just a lot.
It's
So.
just the people with masks and just... you just imagine entering the world.
It's just trauma. It's like, what are these people doing? It's just smacking you on the bum. It's just shaking you, trying to get you to breathe, but it's just a lot. So we are going to a unit where they have everything.
They have a huge tub if we want to do it in the water.
Yeah.
There's a bed.
There
if we wanna
is
do it on
a
the
theater
bed. It's
in
not
case.
a hospital bed.
Yeah.
It's a bed.
It's a bed, like a proper what's this thing, double or queen size
Yeah.
bed where you can just chill and stuff. There's a theater where if you do need to have C-sections there,
They
the
just
doctors are
move you there.
right there.
Yeah.
Everything is just
We have a backup, a gynae there. If anything happens, we go straight there. So, like, there are measures put in place if anything goes wrong.
yes.
And there are very qualified people who have been doing this for years. Where we just know that if we're safe, we're good, we're happy, you know.
We're going there with the right state of mind.
Yeah,
That.
and it's going to be a beautiful moment, beautiful time.
Excited. Okay. Then comes the time for us to start looking for stuff.
My baby's most anxiety-inducing time.
You know what?
of her
I
life.
thought I'd enjoy shopping. Here's the truth. I thought I really would. But there's just so many options, and you don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Like, I really thought I'd have more control over certain things.
What was your strategy going into getting stuff for baby?
It was, let me see what's there, let me do my research, and then let me get what I feel like is necessary.
Yeah.
But I thought there was I knew there were baby products. I knew, guys. I'm not dumb. But there was just the variety of it all.
Yeah.
The pricing. So if you think, oh, I should get something, that's like this, but kind of cheaper in a way, or even then you see like a more expensive bottle, then you're like, but why is this so expensive? And then you go and check it, and it's like exactly the same as the cheap one, and you're like, okay, but what's good? And then and it's just, it was just a lot to consider, and I don't know if Cohen can tell you how many hours I have spent researching and looking and reading and trying to find and figuring out what works and what doesn't and what's worth it and how do you do this thing, like a specific, like for example the crib. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted a co-sleeper. Went from a co-sleeper to a crib, back to a co-sleeper, back to a co-sleeper without a mattress, back to a co-sleeper with a mattress. But what kind of mattress do you need? The thick one, the thin one, the one with the holes, or not the one with the holes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
It has been a lot. And like everybody has recommendations, literally from store to store. The same company.
Yeah, just different areas.
But everybody has a
different advice and different perspectives and different ideas of what's the best for this and what's the best for that. So
it was honestly a bit too much for me. Like, I won't lie, I think I've cried more times in a store than I've ever cried in my life. Like, I cried. I won't lie. There was a few times I didn't even allow Cohen to record because I was like, wait.
Because it was heated.
And I'll be like, I'm leaving. Let's leave.
It was heated.
We need to go right now. Cohen's like, are you sure? I'm like, I need to leave right now. Because it was just...
She wanted to leave, but the thing is, she still wanted to get something because she feels like we weren't making any progress for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's just get like one item or something just to make you feel like, okay, today we did something. You know.
So, but you know what? We eventually did get the stuff that we need.
Yeah.
It's not like I stalled for too long. I didn't let my anxiety win forever. But I won't lie, like shopping for the baby was not as fun as I thought it would be.
Also, like my advice would be, don't panic. Don't panic. It's going to be okay. And that's what I kept on trying to tell her, that don't panic. It's going to be okay. Also, panic buying and buying everything in the store that says baby on it is not a good idea because you don't know what the baby will need or what the baby will like and what the baby won't like.
Yeah.
So we need to take it easy, all right? Buy the necessities, what you need for a fact, what you know you're going to need for a fact. A bed, a bath, bottles.
The car seat.
Literally, just, travel, sleep, eat, poop. The basic necessities.
You know what? That's all you really need to survive. Just think about those, those aspects.
And then the dingamabobbies and the chickalamadingalies that you put on top, that you figure out later. Yeah. Even with the clothes, don't go and buy a whole wardrobe.
Don't do that.
Pack a wardrobe, stack a wardrobe, and now your baby comes and they're humongous and they don't fit in the newborn clothes.
Literally
and
every mother that I've spoken to so far have said the same thing.
Yeah.
We bought too many newborn clothing. So on his advice, I'll just add on the newborn clothing. Don't buy too much.
Yeah.
Because first, you don't know what size your child is going to come out as. And then secondly, they grow out of that stuff so fast. When it comes to newborn clothes, buy as much as you think you'd need for like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like I've never heard anybody say further than 2 weeks. That's the thing in my mind. Because they grow so fast, especially if you're breastfeeding. They grow really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like, I don't know if this is like a nesting thing or what, a mother thing. The shops are still open after birth.
I can't go to the shops.
Things still happen after birth.
But I can't make them happen.
Life still continues after birth. We don't have to bunker in this house.
I do.
And make sure we have every single product, all the nappies you're going to need for this life of this baby must be stored in the house and ready to go. No, guys. There's still time for at least me to sneak out of the house and go buy whatever we still need. We don't have to get everything right now, this instinct, and then go underground into a bunker and then raise this baby and they come out when they're a teenager and then we buy them school uniform. Don't panic buy. This is not COVID-19.
Yeah.
You don't need all the toilet paper in the world.
It's true. He's not lying.
You know?
He's really not lying.
Shops are open Monday. Shops are there. They're open. Okay? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Open.
Whatever. Okay,
right.
Can we move on from the shopping?
And also, like, if there's something that you missed, you can also pick it up. You can call a friend to pick it up.
True.
Hopefully you have people, your parents, your mothers, your fathers, whatever. Just call them, listen, I forgot to buy a pacifier. I completely forgot. Can you please get a pacifier on your way to visit the child? They can do that easily, you know? It's not the end of the world. The world is not shutting down. It's not what you have is what you have, Sisi. You know? It's not Armageddon. It's not the end of the world.
Whatever. So, gender reveal!
Yeah, we went to a scan.
Oh, yes, we did do a scan. Yes.
Because how would we reveal a gender? We don't know.
I forgot that part of the story. Okay, so we did go to a scan. That scan lady was so
It was
nice.
still early, by the way.
Yeah, it was
BT
quite
dubs.
early.
It was before 16 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably like 15.
Yeah.
15
Usually
weeks.
the gender would normally show at around
16
to 20 weeks.
Yeah, so it's a gap. You can find out it's one thing and then by 20 it's something totally different.
Obviously it's easier to see a boy over a girl.
Yes.
Because their parts
Are different.
You know, they're out there.
They are presented.
So we went to the scan. Also lovely place. The place moved. Otherwise, we were going to put it in the description below.
Actually, you know what? We'll put it in still because she's still
they moved.
around,
Yeah, they
but
moved.
like it's too far for us.
Yeah.
But listen, she's amazing.
It was such an amazing experience.
Oh, if honestly, I've had a lot of scans during this
Yeah.
pregnancy. She is still my favorite to this day. We haven't seen her since like week 15. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I loved her.
But we just came out smiling.
We
dude.
really
Like,
did. Like, not even, because we didn't even know the gender when we walked out. It wasn't about that. She was just
Yeah.
so warm.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she was warm, she was talking,
She was chatty.
you know, like doing, like showing us every angle of the baby
Yeah.
she possibly could,
Literally.
you know.
These people that do these scans, right? They do this all day, every day, 7 days a week. This is not anything new to them. They see babies all the
time.
freaking time,
Yeah.
right? And for her to put so much energy into our baby.
Dude, it was almost like she had
Like-
never seen a baby before.
like, we have this special baby.
It's like, oh, look at the
You
little
know?
head. Oh, look at the, oh, dog. Like, she was so sweet.
Literally experiencing this moment with us.
Yeah.
Instead of like the previous lady who was just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is the arm,
This is
this is the leg.
This is the front.
Okay, yeah, this is your placenta over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your head. Your head is big enough. It's good.
Good job.
Okay, yes.
Drinking water, mother. Good job.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's just that, okay, thank you, bye.
Yeah. Well, this one was just like, she was really, like, it was honestly like, I think how you'd feel like when your friend is looking at your scan for the first time, like, oh, this is, oh, look, oh, you did a little wave. You know, those
Yeah.
kind of little moments. It
Yeah.
was very, very sweet.
If you are a ultrasoundist,
Yes. Let's call them ultrasoundists.
if you're an ultrasoundist,
Be nice.
just
Treat it like,
pretend. Because I also think, yeah, I think they want to be professional
and we don't want that.
and be like clinical. Like,
do
yeah, I know what I'm doing, okay?
Make us excited. We are excited.
It's 35-6 degrees from the...
We don't know what that means.
The lady didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything about degrees and what? Centimeters.
Degrees and centimeters. She was just enjoying the moment.
You know, with us.
Yeah.
Like a friend would. And
Yeah.
I feel like that is the most amazing way you could approach that
Yeah.
job ever.
Yeah.
So just do that.
Because honestly, we would have kept going back to her. It's just she,
all the time.
She decided to leave.
You make your people feel like they're not stupid for being excited about this.
Yeah, that is
know?
honestly the tea. It, like, others make you feel like, okay, you should be, you like,
Yeah,
you
it's like,
smile
okay.
at each other, you smile like,
Yeah. because they're so serious. So now it's like you're a little kid.
Yeah.
Like, is this a good thing?
yeah.
You know? Be excited with the parents.
Excited with this.
It's an exciting time.
It really is.
Doesn't matter how many babies you've seen today. This is their baby. Okay. I know none of them are watching, but
So then, so when we were outside, she was like, "Oh, we probably won't be able to see the gender, but it's okay because like there is a part there." Oh, I told her, I was like, "If you see something, just please don't tell us. We'll give you the number, or whatever." She's like, "Oh, we probably won't see the baby anyway. We won't see the gender anyway."
Yeah.
You know, she was saying it like that.
Yeah.
And then while we're inside, she literally goes, "Oh, do you guys want to close your eyes?" I'm like, what? She's like, okay, I just want to take pictures so that I can send it to the person. I'm like, you can see? And she's like, yeah, I can see. So just close your eyes so that I can take the pictures and then we'll just carry on. She's like, okay. And now me and Code are just there.
so like apparently she couldn't like get away from seeing it because the baby was showing,
It was just like, hello!
like deliberately showing.
Oh, God.
And then she was like trying to like go around and like, okay,
Pino was just like, y'all gonna see this today.
yeah. So she was literally like, "Can you guys please close your eyes?"
Yeah, just close your
for
eyes.
this
Let's
moment."
just get this out of the way because I don't know what to do with the situation. She sent the details and everything to my sister. Gave her my sister's number. Sent everything to my sister. My sister found out that day, which was a week before our gender reveal. And we had the gender reveal. And
She kept it a secret for a week from everyone.
Even my mother, dude. You know what, Bumi, you're the real OG,
You
bro.
kept big news.
Good
to
job,
yourself.
bro. Like, she told no one. She
No
didn't
one.
break. My mom tried to break her. She was like, I ain't gonna tell nobody nothing.
That's strength.
That is straight. And she planned the whole thing
Yeah.
without anybody even like
Yeah.
having, like, I even tried to pry it out of her slightly at some point, but she was just like,
Yeah.
and I was like, dang, you good, you know? So we had the gender reveal. Go watch the video. You have 5 seconds. I was gonna spoil it. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Let's pause this video, open a tab to another video, open that
and then
here, and then
we'll come back.
come back.
So we're having a boy. Baby
Having a
B,
boy.
baby boy B. Ah!
Which is so hilarious now when you think of the scan, because you
He was just like showing him. So I was like, look at my
You know, he was just out there with the big dick energy. Big dick energy, you know?
It's so annoying.
Whose son is that?
Whose son is that?
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Oh my god.
I was sure, like, we're having a girl.
I was sure we were having a girl.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I just always thought that, okay, my first child.
I also always thought my first child was going to be. I was like, no.
Also, I feel like boys are so rare.
They are.
Well, they used to be so
well,
rare.
now this year is just like popping out the niggas.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
And like my friends that were having babies
all
were having girls.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna add another girl to the
It's
squad.
gonna be a cute little girl squad.
You
And then
know?
said no.
And you know,
I'm gonna bring a chama boy to the squad.
you know, gonna bring a prince.
A prince, a young prince. Oh,
to carry on the family line, the heritage, to move my name forward.
Gosh. Okay, father.
Carry the burdens of the family.
Oh man,
My boy.
Oh boy.
My pride and joy.
Oh. And those tears were real tears. Like I cried on the way home. I cried when I got home. I just cried the whole time because I was like, I did not see it coming. But the gratitude is like, I don't even know how to explain how excited. I don't know about you. If you didn't notice, he's very excited. I don't know about you, but I was like, I don't even have to explain it. Like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna see my boy, I have my son. I always wanted to be like, even when we like before we like started dating officially, I always used to tell Cohen like, I always saw myself, you know, as the mom with my little, like my king and my princess, like always. Like that was always the vision I had in my life. But I never thought that it would actually happen, and
it happened.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be a boy dad.
I'm gonna be a boy mom. Oh my god. We had to go and do another stressful task in pregnancy. We have to go do the Anomaly scan. They check basically that everything is the way it is supposed to be when the baby is growing. So
that, I think that's 21 weeks.
21 weeks, yes.
Yeah, that's where like most of the development has developed.
Yeah,
so like
the spine,
neurological.
Yeah, the spine, the bones, the femurs,
oh
all of that. So yeah, that's where you can kind of see all of that stuff.
Yeah, you can test for stuff like Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Test for
all of that stuff.
All of the stuff.
It was kind of like our midwife who said, you have to go do this because...
Yeah, she didn't even want to know.
I didn't want to know.
And also, like, when I was on the phone with my mother, she was like, what is this about?
Because I don't understand the point.
They never did this. And it doesn't matter.
The baby's coming.
The baby's coming. The baby can come
however you're going to love this baby anyway.
That's my baby.
Yeah. But the midwife needed to know basically what she was getting into before she gives birth. And I mean, I understood that completely.
Exactly.
I think I only decided that morning that I want to know. On the way there, I remember. Like, that's when I decided that, okay, I think I'm okay to know. Because before I was like, I don't want to know anything because it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
So we did the scan.
So again, there was no expectations.
None.
There was nothing. It's just another excuse to see our boy.
True. True. So did the scan. Everything. He's perfect. Everything. He's growing perfectly. Bones growing perfectly. You know, everything was perfect. And then it was time.
Big.
Also, yeah, he grew so fast.
That was like, I don't know if that scan was zoomed in or what, but it was big.
It was around the time
like his leg was like thick.
It was around the time when he's like now, like he doesn't look like an alien anymore.
Yeah.
Now he looks like an actual
baby. His
baby.
head is formed, huge head. I don't know why he's got such a big head.
Yeah, I think it's from your side of the family, honestly, to be honest with you, because
I don't know.
It was giving your nephew's head. It was giving proportionally. I was like, yeah, no.
You know,
that's the side. Yeah.
Big leg, big head. I was like, wow.
His little belly was forming. It was so cute. It was
got
actually
a little springbok here. Getting ready.
Oh, please don't give me stress.
Got a little springbokker.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with that head.
And I was wicked. And the doctor kept going, yo, you know the gender, right? And we were like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I know he's showing his Mshinua.
Yeah.
Mshinua. Because, yeah, if there's one thing a baby loves to do in the womb, it's sit like this.
Spread his legs wide
sit like
open.
this. Just be like, what's up, yeah? How you doing? Oh, my
That's
baby.
his stance. But yeah, 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Everything was great.
Below the stomach, this is the left kidney with a placenta. That is the renal pelvis, it's where the urine is formed. We cross the spine to the other side. That is the other kidney, the right kidney with the placenta there. Also, you guys know the sex name?
Yes.
It's definitely your
The only problem.
And there must always be a problem.
There must always be a problem. There must always be at least one.
Can't just leave
Just happy. What? Never. So my birth plan. Remember when you say God loves sometimes? The baby says, nah, here's my plan. My placenta was too close to the cervix. Now, for those who don't know what that means, your placenta has to be a certain, let's say here's your uterus, your placenta has to be like a certain way, like lie in a certain way, so that when your baby comes out through your cervix, the placenta does not come out first.
Yeah.
Because the placenta is your baby's lifeline, and basically that's it. Your placenta has to come out after the baby.
Yeah.
But the way it was positioned in my uterus is it was too close where it was risky, where it could possibly come out.
So it was
first.
under 3 centimeters, I think.
It was 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
It was 1 centimeter
So
close to the
the green light is above
3 centimeters.
So away from the
cervix.
Yeah. And there's like different kinds of situations where the placenta sometimes is literally blocking
And then
the
that's
cervix.
like
That's
immediate C-section.
C-section.
That's it. So
Yeah.
this one, it's a pray for it.
Yeah.
Just pray. There's literally nothing you can do. You can't sit upside down. You can't.
Yeah.
Like imagining myself just lying upside down.
using
over-
gravity.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you have to hope that because as your baby
It is
grows,
it is a growing situation.
the uterus is growing. So most of the time your belly goes up.
Yeah.
And everything goes up and it kind of like expands up. So there was that plan, the natural plan. And it wasn't like it was gone for good. It was a just prepare yourself, it might not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to come back a bit later so we can check. And I mean, yeah. I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be like, oh no, gonna have to have a C-section. And I was like, it's fine.
I think it was all the good news that we received before.
Yeah, that baby's
You know,
fine.
that everything is perfect, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Healthy baby. We were like, okay, it doesn't matter how they delivered.
Yeah, as long as
They delivered.
amen.
You know.
So yeah, that was that. it was pretty great.
Yeah.
Just to see him and see how much he's grown, and yeah, it was really, we smiled
Also
for a
exciting.
long time. It was
Always exciting to see him.
yeah, it was really nice.
Always a happy day.
It was really nice. So now I want to talk about our symptoms. I say our like you're pregnant too.
I'm feeling so much of these symptoms because they're directed towards me.
That's true. It's not even a lie. Because you got me into the situation. You're going to enjoy the ride with me. All right. But girls, I'm going to be honest. Second trimester isn't as bad. First trimester, it was hell. Hell on earth. But second trimester, I won't lie. There was still a lot. And I'll get to it. But it was not as bad, you know? So first, I'll talk about the sleepiness. It did get better. You know, I thought the way people describe it is like you'll have more energy than you've ever had before in your second trimester. It's not that. You just have the energy you had before you were pregnant. Which is great because like I said, in first trimester you're very tired. So we have slightly more energy. So you can do more things. My headaches left, which was everything. Nausea, gone. I was eating like nobody's business. Oh! And if you guys saw the first video and you see my face now, do not be surprised. I know I got big, but it's because I was eating.
Like it comes back hectic.
No, it comes-
even more than before.
Like it came back insane. I
I think
literally,
because you weren't eating the first trimester, now second trimester was like, okay, we gotta.
dude, I used,
Re-up.
remember I was saying I have to eat 2 meals for every meal. So for breakfast I have to eat 2 meals. For lunch I have to eat 2 meals. For dinner I have to eat 2. Like it was kind of hectic. And the thing is, like, if you don't eat, I'm not saying like it was as bad, but like I did have slight nausea, like slight nausea. And because also this kid started kicking me, he'd like kick my ribs, bro, like, why aren't you eating? get some food in your system. I know most children, like most babies, like they kick after they get their food. No, not Bean.
Kicks before.
Bean kicks before. He's like, I am hungry, and I don't know why you're just sitting around doing nothing about it. Like, eat. So I ate. Like, my appetite grew humongously. I gained so much weight.
All in the right places.
According to Dad, all in the right places. I just feel fat. I really do. But it's okay. I understand it's the time that I'm supposed to be big. I went through a very insecure phase. A very, very insecure phase where I did not like even looking at myself in the mirror. Because everything was just... It was just getting big, eh? It was getting big in all directions. My belly stretched out quite a bit. I was getting cramps. Round ligament pain, y'all, is no joke. Lightning crotch is no joke. It's not a plaything. So round ligament pain, because your body's stretching out, your stomach is stretching out, the ligaments that hold your stomach to basically the ones that hold your uterus area kind of thing. They stretch out so much that like even an extra movement in the wrong direction, it's like pain. And then lightning crotch literally feels like somebody, can you imagine? I figured out how to explain it, but I never explained it to you. So imagine somebody holding something like this, like their hand like this, and then you see your pelvic bone, and they just go like as hard as they can, like just a straight like, and then they just leave you with the pain, just looking at you dead in the eyes, just waiting for that's lightning crotch. So I was experiencing that too, and that was not fun. My feet started hurting. Not as much as they hurt now. Oh, where are we now? We're 30 weeks. Right now, we're a bit further ahead. But they really did start hurting in second trimester. My back started hurting. Peeing, shame. We are still one in the toilet. It's just one of those things, guys. Just get used to going to the bathroom. Get used to using toilet paper. It's just, it is what it is. Oh, this is gonna be a little TMI. But we're all family here. Hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids started in second trimester. They're not bad. Well, mine aren't bad. Like, it happens like one day out of like a month, where it's like really hectic kind of energy, and I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. Oh, and breathlessness. As you can tell, I'm still out of breath. Like, it's gotten worse. It gets worse as you go along because your lungs are getting smaller, and it's okay. It's just making room for your baby. There was days when I felt like my ribs were breaking because everything is expanding. So yeah, it's just mostly, now it's growing pains. I would say second trimester symptoms are mostly growing pains. When these things happen, talk to your midwife, talk to your gynae, figure these things out. Just make sure that everything is fine, because it is kind of weird and it sucks to be going through certain things alone. Because it's not like he can understand. I didn't even know what a hemorrhoid was. I didn't even know what a hemorrhoid was. My best friend didn't even know what a hemorrhoid was. It's one of those things where if you don't get it, you don't think about it. And then when you get it, it's all you can think about. Allow your body to do what it needs to do. It's very frustrating. It's a lot. You will feel emotional. You will hate it a lot. But your body's doing what it has to do for your child. And as much as it sucks and it feels like a punishment sometimes, I promise I'm gonna be honest with these things. Like, it does feel like a punishment sometimes. It'll like, oh my gosh, why am I suffering so much? It's just because your body is literally growing life. Like, quite literally, there is life inside of you that is growing, and there's certain things that it needs, and it is sucking from you, and all of those type of stuff. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself now through third trimester, because it is really rough.
It's a worthy sacrifice.
It is a very worthy sacrifice, and I have to just keep reminding myself of that sometimes. And I do forget. I'm saying there's certain times I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror because I was like, whew, it's rough. But even now, I'm like kind of starting to love the roughness. Like, it's like I look this way because my baby's here. And it is a period in my life, and it is going to pass. So I kind of do need to try my best to enjoy it. But it took a long time to get there. It took a very, very long time to get there. A very long time to get there.
A lot of pep talks.
A lot of pep talks, because I won't lie, I did not feel great about myself for a while then. But yeah, it is a journey. Forgive your body, allow your body. and enjoy it as much as possible. I'm not going to tell you that you must enjoy it because I know it's hard. It really is hard. But
just remember, it's temporary.
Yeah.
The pain is temporary. The weight is temporary. Everything is temporary.
Yeah.
It's not for the rest of your life. If you can tell yourself that and remember that, I think you'll be able to go through it a lot easier, because it's not doom and gloom all my life. Always me forever.
Yeah.
It's temporary, guys. That's what I keep telling her.
I'm getting it now.
It's temporary.
Kinda, sorta. Like I'm saying, third trimester is rocky me.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it slowly but
temporary.
surely. Okay, Papa, I hear you.
Very few months left.
Yeah. Oh.
You know?
And that's the thing. Also, like when you get to this side, I don't even know if it's going to be part of the video, but when you get to where I am now, it's like, as much as it sucked, I'm kind of sad that it's almost over.
Take it one day at a time and cherish that day. Enjoy that day, because that's a day you'll never have again.
Yeah.
When you were that small, you won't be that small
I
again.
won't be that tiny again.
This
Hearing
is
the
who
little,
you
feeling
are
the little
now.
flutter kicks.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting boom.
They grow up fast.
So fast.
After being born,
so fast.
but they still grow up fast inside. So cherish the moment.
Honestly, it was
Take
like
videos.
when I think about the fact that the beginning of second trimester, I didn't feel even a flutter. It was all just gas. And now, at the end of second trimester, it was like full on kicks. Like
I could feel kicks for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't feel these flutters. She was like, "Look, it's happening, it's happening." I'm like,
he was like, yeah, I feel it. I'm like, you don't feel anything. Yeah.
but I could hear her, which was a dope time for me, because that's my privilege. She
Yeah, I
she
can't
hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
And I could just hear him spinning around. Now, when I put my ear to hear, he just kicks my ear.
Like, what are you doing here? So really just enjoy it. Like, enjoy it as much as you can. Take pictures, enjoy the moments, complain if you need to. I'll never ever tell a woman not to feel the way she's feeling about it, because it sucks. It really does suck. So feel it. Allow yourself to.
I also know that you guys feel a lot of guilt by complaining over something that, like, a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
A lot of people wish they could have this. A lot of people struggle to have this.
Yeah.
And you feel bad for complaining. I would say don't feel bad for complaining.
Yeah. You also had to talk me out of that too.
Yeah. It's your experience. It's your personal experience. Experience it.
And allow yourself to
Don't feel
experience it.
guilty. There's nothing to feel guilty about.
And if you feel like you can't talk to the internet, you can literally just find somebody, close by and moan, man. Just complain, because it is a lot, and it does feel nice. Like, I won't lie, there's certain times where I'd feel a certain way and I feel like, oh, nobody's gonna get it, and then I just say it out loud. I'm like, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, and afterwards I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm back, and I'm like, relax. Sometimes it's nice to just like get it out.
Yeah, and I feel like you went through like a long time without offloading to anyone, not even your friends.
Yeah, well, I did go through a while.
Because you were like, people have their own problems. They don't want to hear about my pregnancy issues.
Yeah. And when I actually eventually told them, they were like, no, dude, we're actually very grateful that you told us, because you're not supposed to go through this so long. And you're not supposed to go through this so long. Again, DMs are open. I've been getting some very nice DMs and people asking for things and advice. I really appreciate it. DMs are open. Like, come and complain by me. Send me a voice note. Voila. It's okay. We'll cry together. So that's it for second trimester. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for our new family that came over from TikTok. If you guys aren't on our TikTok, where you at?
Better get on that.
TikTok is honestly becoming like one of our favorite spaces now to like share content and stuff. The comments are hilarious. The people who follow us there are hilarious. Everything there is an energy. It's a vibe. So if you guys come over from TikTok, we love you here. Hey,
welcome. Appreciate your sub.
every single one of you guys, every single number that goes up, we're very happy about it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming over and joining the family. Watch our other content. Not everything is baby stuff all the time.
Yeah. If you're here for us, you're here for us.
Which is nice. I mean, if you have a baby stuff too, it's fine. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Watch the other stuff.
Watch the other stuff too. We're fun.
You enjoy it all. If you guys want to bless Cocoa Bean, if you want to do a little baby shower gift or whatever, go check out the description below.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. My back hurt. My butt hurts. So we're gonna go now. Bye.